I was like, well, the positive in this is I've always looked and never found them. And now I know. It's kind of like all those times you took pregnancy tests and you were like searching for the double line. And then the first time you get a double line, you're like, oh my God.
Oh, that's what it looks like.
And she literally was like, well, this is your positive pregnancy test. Because I mean, they were there. They were on the hat. They were there.
Oh. Hi, I'm calling this session SOS. Because guys, the way that we had this planned, we weren't supposed to record this week.
No.
Weren't going to do it. We didn't need to. We're literally so far ahead. Yet again, you can't get rid of us. Luckily, someone messaged us this week and said, keep doing this forever. And it was so sweet. We can't guarantee it, but we can guarantee we'll at least do it until November.
And the few people that know me really well and know what I'm going to talk about literally were the only thing they could say positive was, well, at least it's content for the pod.
It was the first thing I wanted to say when you told me, and it didn't feel like the most loving, so I didn't say it first. But this is just an SOS because I think what this session is for everyone is a direct attack on Sam based off of our last conversation where we talked about how hard summer is for you.
Yeah,
it's almost as if the universe is just laughing at you.
It was literally after that episode, I was like, oh my gosh, if there's listeners out there that don't really know me, they're just going to be like, this girl needs help. Like, what is her deal? Like, if you know me really well, maybe if you've listened a lot, you know my personality, but like, just so everybody knows, we've had some like really pre-SOS, we've had some great summer days, but I was like, man, did I just like totally bash on my kids? But then I'm like, nope, the only way I know how to be is real. It's the only way I know how to be. And so that episode was a little like me being like, whoa, summer.
It was very real and it was so Sam and it was all the things. And then literally in the last week, I don't know that one person has had more of a weekend from hell than you.
And then, okay, I'm going to talk about it. And then can I tell you about my morning really quickly too, though, before I talk about the weekend from hell? So Isla goes to sleepaway camp on Sunday. It's Friday.
Which I can't. I'm really sorry. I just can't.
I know. So we're recording this. Nervous. We're recording this on a Friday evening and she goes to sleepaway camp on Sunday. She gets on a bus in Manhattan and drives away for 3 weeks. Okay.
No. I'm already crying. I'm not even there and she's not my kid, but I'm crying about it.
Yeah.
Unless she has just like a Parent Trap moment. That's all I'm asking for her.
With sleepaway camp, it's my first year. I'm new. I never went as a kid. There are 4 million things you have to pack, right? Because you're packing for 3 weeks and you're packing for every scenario. Well, over the last month, I have started packing and buying a bunch of stuff. But clothes-wise, she actually like is really picky with what she wears. And you need like 14 or 15 t-shirts and like 8 pairs of shorts. And that's like her whole wardrobe. Like we don't have...
do they do any sort of wash or you're just like in it with
No,
these
they
clothes?
do it once. They do laundry once a week, but they're like overshooting. Because what if they get dirty in one activity, they go home for, so like... But like everything else, like 4 bathing suits we had, but like the clothes, we were like really down to the wire because she's very particular. She only likes a few pairs of shorts. Anyway, all of that to say, I have throughout the week been sitting down while they're gone and you have to like name stamp every single item. And my friend who's here right now, because her boy is also going, that's how we know this camp, kept being like, when's your pickup day? So you pay this extra company on top of the sleepaway. You pay another company to come ship your bags. So like 2 months ago, I booked this company and they tell you what day they're getting the bags because they're very organized. They do multiple camps. And so they were like July 24th. So my friend kept asking me like, when's your pickup day? Because she already sent hers. I'm like, the 24th, it's Saturday. I'll do it all day on Friday when Isla's at camp.
No, it's not Saturday. Oh, no.
So at 6:30 this morning, I get an email from them. Yay, it's pickup day. Have your bags packed by 8 a.m. Yeah. And I blame it on my week I'm about to share with you. I sprinted out of my pajamas. I had 0 coffee and I had not even unwrapped the duffel bags that I'd bought on Amazon. Like luckily, again, I had everything in my bedroom and I actually posted a stories about it and you could see like, you have to have like all these towels and like I had started, but I wanted to like, I wanted to be so methodical and sit down with our list and like, okay, you have 2 pillowcases, cross off the 2 pillowcases, and then I wanted to take pictures of all the clothes because I really don't care if nothing comes back because I don't buy super nice clothes, but I was just like curious, like I'm going to send her with 14 shirts. Am I going to get the same shirt? It's our first year. I printed off family photos, but I wanted to like put like tape on them and like make a little note. No, 6:30 to 8 a.m. today. I am just throwing stuff in this duffel, zip it up.
And do they come to your house or you have to take it somewhere else?
No, luckily they come to our house, but I'm like, I was so frantic. Like, and poor Isla, I'm like, Isla, get the bathing suits. And she was like, I don't know what to do. And I was like when I say I used to be type A, I don't think people believe me anymore. And I really did used to be type A, but I just did. I was telling everybody the 24th, but my head believed that it was a Saturday, not a Friday. So anyway, that was my morning this morning because I'm unwell.
You are so unwell.
Okay, so rewind. Last Friday.
So rewind. God bless her. The story is awful. It's one of the worst.
Last Friday, we're at the door ready to go to camp. All 5 of us, Kyle's home. And she's like, we go to a day camp. Isla and Finley go to a day camp. It's the best. They go to Staten Island, but it's almost like a little mini. I mean, it's a really good preparation for sleepaway because every single day their backpack has to have 2 bathing suits, sunscreen, a hat, tennis shoes, water shoes. Like it's a big process in the morning. Yeah. School for us is very easy because they eat school lunch. So school's literally just like backpack, water, see you later. But camp is like, we're starting 30 minutes early of this checklist, like especially Finley, who's like so scattered. By the way, Finley has gone to camp with 5 hats and she's brought 0 back. So she's just like, yeah, Isla will, yeah. So anyway, I don't know where those.
So Finley, when she goes to sleepaway camp, will be the one you need to photograph everything because nothing will be coming back.
Finley this morning asked me if Isla's going in that duffel to camp.
That's how you're getting her there.
She thought Isla was going to go in that duffel this morning. So that's just my 2 children. Okay. So we're like standing by the door and I was like, hey mom, my head itches. And she's never said this to me. And I have like dry skin because I don't wash my hair and I have so much dry shampoo. So every once in a while, your head itches. And I've been so worried about ticks with outdoor camp. So every day they come home and they shower and I like tick check their whole bodies. I've not even been thinking about this evil word. So I'm like looking at the top. She's like pointing right here. And I was like, I think you're good. We're walking to the bus stop and she's like, Mom, my head like really itches. So we're standing at the bus stop, on the street.
I'm about to throw up.
Of New York. And I take her hat off and I look one time and I see a bug and I like grab it between my fingers. And then I look again and I see another bug. Okay. I literally look at Kyle and I probably say some explicit words. And I was like, she has lice. Thank the Lord. This is why moms are superheroes. This is why we have this podcast. This is why I believe in mothers so much. Isla's bestie's mom is walking up and she's more like us, a little bit more manic energy. And she sees me and I was like, is this lice? And she was like, oh my God, yeah. But her and I freeze. I don't know what to do. Kyle, in his head, he's now mad that he's not able to work from home. So also flashbacks 10 years ago, I can actually now openly talk about this because it was so traumatic. We had bed bugs in San Francisco, was one of the most horrible things. Thank God we didn't have kids then, but what we had to do to get rid of the bed bugs, I'm still traumatized. I still stay at hotels in a different way than most people. I'm crazy about it. So I went into...
Did you get bed bugs from a hotel?
We got it from an Airbnb in Tahoe. I know exactly.
I'm itching my head now. Yeah, now I'm literally itching it as you're talking to me.
Yeah, you will. So thank God moms are the best. And this friend was like, okay, here's what you're going to do. You got to go get it treated. My friend did this. They had an in-home company. Call them right now. We're planning this whole thing. She's looking at Isla's hair. She sees active knits, full on eggs that I didn't know were there. I look at Isla's hat. She has one in her hat. I throw the hat away in front of her, in the garbage can.
I mean, are they, I have to ask because I'm already gagging.
Yeah.
But
you'll see them.
What do they look like? What do they, I don't want to Google it because then I'll just die.
Little super skinny brown roaches.
Oh. We're going to turn off. Let's just turn it off. We're done.
Flat.
I'm now saying SOS for myself. I didn't even have to experience this.
I can't say ant because ants are rounded. They're more flat and they crawl really fast.
They crawl really fast?
Oh yeah, you can't. You have to you have to get them. The first one I didn't really see and
This is the worst episode of all time. I hate
it's
this
the worst.
episode.
So then I was like, she was like, you're sending this company. So I'm literally like, all 3 girls are with me. And Finley's like, well, I'm not going to camp. And I was like, honestly, you shouldn't go to camp. Everybody should get treated. Because at this point, we all are infested. That's my head.
I feel infested just talking about it.
Yeah.
So
she sends me this company. I'm online. It's 8:13 and they're able to come to my house at 9:30. I'm like, great. I put Isla's hair in a pony. I throw the hat away. She like starts crying because the hat. I'm like, we can buy a new hat. Kyle is still just standing there, silent. This other mom.
He's not even on Slack. He's not working. He's just observing.
Yeah. And the other thing that's funny about this is I was joking with the mom. I was like, well, the positive in this is I've always looked and never found them. And now I know. It's kind of like all those times you took pregnancy tests and you were like searching for the double line. And then the first time you get a double line, you're like, oh my God.
Oh, that's what it looks like.
And she literally was like, well, this is your positive pregnancy test. Because I mean, they were there. They were on the hat. They were there. So thank God this mom was there. I booked it. We go home. I make Isla sit on our hardwood floor with her hair in a bun for an hour until this guy comes into my house to treat us. Okay.
Because, I know you now know more about lice than you ever have or ever wanted to. So I'm going to ask some really basic, dumb questions. Can they jump?
No.
Like, where are they? Like, her sitting on that hardwood because you didn't want her to be, like, near soft things, I guess.
I did not want her to go on my couch and lay on my couch because they could crawl off her hair and onto my couch.
So they're crawling. They're not
sprouting
wings and flying off.
No, than't God. And they go.
Then how do they get in there in the first place? They're literally crawling from someone else's hair into your child's hair?
Yep.
I can't.
Yep.
Nope. Okay, keep going because this is informative for everyone.
So the sweet Reuben, the sweet man named Reuben came. He was this gentle, like 55-year-old man, like as big as me. Small as me, I should say. And he was like, let's start with her because you know she has it. And within like 5 seconds, he's like, she has it. He found like 12 live lice in her hair. Yeah. However, thank God I paid for this in-home. Kyle then was like, how much is this going to cost me? And I was like, there is no dollar amount, Kyle. Go to work and let me deal with this. One, I'm like ready to get a car in New York City. He like is still anti it. I'm like, we don't have a car. So you're going to make me sit on a subway or Uber with 3 kids that we all think we have lice and go sit at a clinic to get rid of this. And then I have to go home. So luckily when Reuben was in the kitchen, I bought a spray from him and I just started going ham. And I told people what I did. And some people were like, I didn't know you had to do all of that for lice. And I was like, maybe I overdid it. Maybe I overdid it. Never know.
Because this is what we did and this is what we will do should this ever happen again.
All I know is I bought some spray from Reuben. I sprayed every single pillow in my entire house, bagged them, and they are currently in our storage unit. And I'm going to suffocate those boogers if I did not spray hard enough. So I have no couch pillows on my couch right now.
Stop.
It's been a week. Yeah, I'm suffocating them. Some people say 5 days. Some people say 14 days. You know what? Those things
some
are getting
people say
suffocated.
21. Those things will come out next year.
They will come out whenever they want. We had to get rid of a big stuffy. She's sitting, actually I can see her on our porch right now. And Isla was like, she named her Rachel. She's like, is Rachel ever coming back in? And we're like, no, she's absolutely not ever coming back into this house.
So you're just going to burn her or what do you think?
We're just going to kick her off. She's the largest squishmallow that you could possibly buy, like bigger than Isla. So anyway, fast forward.
And she's just
sitting on our
elements.
In the elements. We will never let her back in. Because the reason why is Isla literally was like, Mom, I was laying with Rachel last night while we were playing a card game. And I was like, get it out.
Rachel has all those tiny, skinny roaches.
So you can kill them by like high heat, but these city washer and dryers are so dang small. Thank God. This is also why I love moms. Because another mom, actually, my bestie who's sending her kid to sleepaway camp, she had it a couple years ago. And so I immediately texted her and thank God she was me. She was like, I went crazy. But the best part was at the end, she was like, it's going to be okay. I'm out of it for a year. Like we made it through, but I was like, tell me your ways. So
and I didn't know if it was going to be okay because I have no context and we're on the other side of it. And I still don't know if it's going to be okay. So it's hard for me to reassure people in these moments.
But also it was really like lovely when you texted me about 9:30 Friday morning. And I was like, what fun thing are you and Ruby going to do today? And my response was get lice treatment because Isla has lice. That's how I like told you that we had lice.
Know. That's how you told me.
So Ruben is doing Isla. He has to do the full treatment. So it takes her like an hour and a half because I actually am learning. I knew this about my girl's hair, but Isla really has thick hair like my mom, like you, like really good thick hair. So it takes a while. But Finley and Ruby are more thin like me. So they have to get it really wet and they put the shampoo in because it immediately like makes the bugs stop crawling so we can find them better.
Every little detail that you share is.
Yep. So then she was fine, or she got her treatment, and we got it. We must have caught it really early. So in the hour and a half that she was in the chair, I was able to like strip all the beds, bag all the pillows, throw a lot of stuff away. Down. I'm so glad that I don't have a big house right now or with a lot of cloth surfaces, because I actually looked at the bedrooms. I was like, oh my gosh, all of our bedroom frames are metal or wood. It's just like our bedding, and that bedding can go in my washer and dryer. It's just like the pillows are really hard. So you buy this spray.
I mean, Kev's going to listen to this one and he's probably going to rip out the carpet in my office. Like, that's where I feel like we're going with this.
Yeah. The like cloth. No, forget about it. But I have this spray. So I did all the rugs when he was doing it. Anyway, fast forward. Nobody else in the house had lice but Isla, which was a win. But okay. So then there's more. While sweet Ruben was doing the services in our house, again, my children have no chill. I wonder where they get it from. And they're like, in his face talking to him all the time, like standing in the kitchen. And I'm like, guys, like literally go. I'm like running around like Ratatouille, washing every surface. I'm just spraying the spray on everything. Ruben was like, you don't have to do the wooden benches at your counter. I was like, I don't care. I'm literally like, this man became like, my
Ruben,
therapist.
If you have another bottle, let's refill.
Let's keep it going.
Fill her up.
You have to do your strollers. You have to do your helmets. You have to do.
Oh my gosh.
He was like, do you have a car? And I was like, thank God I don't have a car, because I would have to do all the car cushions. Nope. So while we're doing this, this is the Friday morning, Finley's like, Mommy, my back itches. And I'm like, okay. So I lift up her back.
There's lice in there. There's lice on your back.
Does lice make you itch, Ruben? And he's like, no. So I lift up the shirt and I see like a tiny little red mark on her booty. But she goes to an outdoor camp and I'm just thinking like spider bite. But she's like really itching her sides. But I'm in lice mode.
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
we're only in lice mode.
You're fine. Like go away. You're fine. So then fast forward, this company gives you a 4-week guarantee. Lice free if you follow their rules, but you have to get every single person treated. And when I filled out the questionnaire, I said there were 5 people in my home. And when my husband decided that he needed to get out of the house and go to work, we could not get him treated. And the only way to get that guarantee was for Kyle to get treated. But they charge a very hefty travel fee. So Ruben was
Ruben's heading to Manhattan now.
Well, Ruben was like, I need your husband to come back so I can do it. I'm like, that's not going to happen. He's like, what about tomorrow morning? I was like, but then I have to pay the travel fee and I don't want to pay the travel fee. So we're like trying to figure out how to do this. He's like, I'm really sorry. I can't give you a guarantee. Kyle doesn't. But Ruben was like, the fact that none of you have lice, like your husband doesn't, but I just can't give you this guarantee. Okay. So Ruben gives me the little combs and he's like, boil these combs for 20 minutes and you can use them the next time you think you have lice. Well, I'm a psycho. And that night I'm like, let's just like sit down in the kitchen and let me comb through. Well, I think I found 2 nits, which are the eggs. So I immediately take a picture and I send it to this company. And I'm like, I think I found a couple nits, but which are the eggs. I was so confident he got every live lice out of our hair because I saw him do it. Like he showed me what it looks like. And that's what's like very freeing now when the girls ever complain if their head itches, like you find them. Like like, and my dog used to have fleas. Like you find them. So all those times that I never found them, like that makes sense. So with this guarantee, they were like, there's no way, but we'll come back on Saturday morning. And so he comes back on Saturday morning and he's like, well, since I'm here, I should do your husband because you don't have to pay the fee. And during that, he's back and Finley's like, Mommy, but like really my back really itches. And I lift up her shirt and her entire back and stomach is covered in poison ivy.
No. Guys, if you're new here, the only reason we're laughing is because it's horrifying. And it's just unacceptable. And we're laughing because the only other alternative is just crying.
It's crying. And I don't do well with these things as maybe one is listening and hearing. Like, I'm not somebody who's like, oh, I'll just like do the natural treatment and like brush my hair. I am like, no money I could spend, bomb my house, everything.
You texted me and you were like, we just spent our entire life savings to get rid of
it. Yes. Bomb it all. Get it all out of here.
This episode is brought to you in part by Hornble's Chornbles. Whether you're heading to pre-K pickup like Sam or you're staring at your last 2 hours of meetings like me, we have something really fun to tell you about. Have you guys heard of Hornbulls Chornbulls? Yes, that name is correct. It's protein candy, 10 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and it actually tastes delicious. So the next time you hit that afternoon slump and you're craving something sweet, make it count with these.
And the best news is they're now at Target. So next time you're doing the last minute laundry detergent run, or like me, a quick Target delivery, throw some Hornbulls Chornbulls in your cart because you deserve it. And so a little known fact about me and my sister is very allergic to poison ivy, and she's been in the hospital as a child with poison ivy. So when my kids are playing outside, I normally am pretty psycho about it. I'm like looking for the poison ivy because I just had this like traumatic experience of knowing that my sister would go to the hospital sometimes. I think once or twice anyway.
Kev is actually as well, and he gets very psycho about it too.
Yeah, like we're like pants only when we're outside. Like we're weird about the hikes.
Yeah. And I mentioned to someone about the poison ivy, and they were like, where in New York City does one stumble upon poison ivy?
Because they're at this camp in Staten Island, and it's pure woods, pure woods.
How little does it surprise you that Finley was the one that was frolicking among the poison ivy?
When Finley comes home from camp, she looks like she was a mud wrestler. Like she looks like she got, like Isla's hat is still perfect. Her pony is still ready. You know, she might have like a little dirt on her shoes. Today's the last day of camp, but I should post Finley's shoes are usually on the wrong feet. She's usually only wearing her bathing suit. Things are covered in mud. She never brings back a hat. I mean, she's living her best life at this camp. So I immediately FaceTime my mom. Ruben's in the kitchen looking for lice. I'm like, Mom, is this poison ivy? She's like, oh yeah, that's a real good case of poison ivy. And I'm like, Mom, do I now have to wash everything? I just washed everything for lice. Like, I don't know anything about poison ivy.
Right.
Thank God somebody told me a long time ago, and I had cream and those gloves that I posted about. Everybody go get yourself medical gloves. That was like such a save. So then my head went into like psycho mode. I didn't know what she could touch. I didn't know what we could do.
And like, can it transfer?
I don't know. I didn't know. It's not contagious. I thought it was contagious.
We're going to have to put the medical disclaimer on this one because we're giving people a lot of medical advice, and I'm
telling Isla, like, Isla, get out, don't touch your sister, because if you have poison ivy, you can't go to camp. You know, like, I don't know. I go to the worst. With this type of stuff. And thank God, I think I caught it. That one tiny bite on her booty, she scratched. It's where the like leaf oils touch you, which is why they tell you to like wash yourself almost with like dish soap, not just body wash. So maybe we shower every single day after camp, but I kind of just like let them do it. I don't make them wash their hair, but they're so dirty, but they all get in the shower together. They all get soap. So like, yeah, they're probably not washing their best, but I'm like, we shower on Thursday night, but something happened. But I caught it so early. Only a few of them had like started to bubble, which is the pus. I think that's the part that's contagious. But I mean, it was all over her back, her side, her butt, her gosh. Like. So then all day Saturday,
She's itchy, miserable.
And I'm worried that if my body itches, my head still feels like it itches. Even with Ruben there telling me I don't have lice, I was like, Ruben, my head itches. He's like, yeah, like that's what everybody says. So then she doesn't go to camp on Monday because I'm worried that like she can't be out there. And so thank God I have a friend who's a dermatologist, and she's like, oh no, she's like fine. But I was like, I love Finley, but she's not my kid to like remember. And she sucks her thumb. So I'm like, is she going to get poison ivy in her mouth? So anyway, I'm so glad I sent her home or kept her home, and I'm kind of a psycho because it's now a week and I think it's gone and nobody else got it. But it was like, I was feeling a little like, okay, Summer, remember how I like was like wanting to have like a good relationship with you?
We've now transformed to the worst relationship.
Yeah, and then I don't know if anybody's following New York City, but we've been having like crazy rainstorms, and also sadly the fires in Canada. We've been getting. Oh, you guys got the smoke too, didn't you?
Last week. Mm-hmm.
So we've had camp canceled due to rainstorms, almost canceled due to air quality. Like I paid for this 4-week camp, and due to poison ivy, lice, rainstorms, air quality. My children have not gone a single week, 5 full days. We've only been there 4 days, which is like a whole week that I've not sent to my kids yet.
My gosh.
So anyway, yeah. And then I thought I was out of it. And then I get that email about my luggage this morning. And I was like, I'm so sick of my own self not being able to figure this out.
My gosh.
Something
I don't
good
even
is
have it.
coming.
I have nothing. I have nothing to say other than you literally are a superhero. I mean,
Thanks.
you're
A
still
couple,
here.
a couple
You're still
PSAs.
talking about it. Okay,
Couple
PSAs. I'm
PSAs.
ready. Ready.
Lice really likes clean hair, which is great because I don't wash my kids' hair very often. We wash our bodies every day, but we wash our hair maybe once or twice a week, and they do not like dirty hair.
Interesting.
They can, I guess they can get on the really silky thin hair, but the dirty hair they don't like. The ponytail and braids are not lies. That is how it's prevent. Like my kids will never go to camp without a pony. And the spray that you can buy, he said, really does actually. It's not like 100%.
Which one is it? Is it the?
It's like that one that Amazon, like the peppermint rosemary. It's
Yeah.
like you would see it. But
Fairy tale something,
yes,
right?
I used to just spray it, and he was like, no, you want to like spray it really close to like the scalp, behind the ears, and the back of the neck. I used to just kind of like douse it like a fairy princess. So now those girls are getting it like dry shampooed style. Like they're getting it sprayed everywhere.
Well,
he was
and I guess the question is does this become an everyday thing once school starts?
Yeah, it's now by my front door.
Okay. But I mean, that's what I'm asking. Like, should we be? Okay.
I am. I don't think I can get my kids to let me do braids or ponytails. We're a very hair down family, but yeah, he was like, that helps. And he goes, and it might be helpful to just like do a lice shampoo once a week, just in case. And I will, because I just like for 3 days.
We can't be doing that again.
No. So anyway, I did make it past it, and you think you won't.
You
and
did. We always do. And that's a really nice, motivating way to end this for everyone.
Like, but yeah. And I just want to say thank you to all the moms out there that support each other, because now I have the resources when a mom is like, I have lice, and I'll be able to do it just like the other moms did for me, because Kyle went to work. So I made it.
Why? But the mental image, there's almost nothing better for me. The mental image of you discovering the lice with 2 children at a bus stop and Kyle just standing there is literally a top 5 mental image for me.
I know. We to know him is to love him, but if you know him, this is not surprising. But we just have to laugh, or we would not cry. We would do something where we would ask him to leave. We would just be like, you are no help here. So anyway,
oh my gosh. Well, that was the topic. That was the topic for today.
Summer is really, we are finally halfway. We're about 4.5 weeks. I go to Indiana next week. I think this is the down. I think it's down. I'm very emotional about Isla going to sleepaway camp on Sunday, but I think there's so much to look forward to. I think we've made it. I'm like, we got it, because
there's so much to look for. We have so much fun stuff coming in the next
couple
weeks.
So like, I'm really trying, but it was touch and go. And okay, so then that Friday night, Isla's little besties, her 2 besties that go to camp with her every day, they had to plan this whole week-long sleepover. And Isla couldn't go to the sleepover, and she was so distraught. And so this kind mom, the nicest mom ever, was like, okay, we'll host the sleepover for the one friend the Friday she got lice, but the following Friday, why don't you have Isla come sleep over? And so that's why she's going tonight. Or she probably wouldn't, so close to sleepover or sleepaway camp, but so she's very excited. But like, yeah, it was just like a rough, it was like tugging at my heartstrings, and then, not being too crazy to make them worry, but we did it. Summer.
I think that was one thing I put on my, I always have like a random errant thought that I throw on my pod notes tab that's not the one we share, because I don't always want you to see them before I say them. But when you were going through all of this, it was so funny to me, because I had this thought of, when you become a parent, it's really not like encouraged to pass down things that you're stressed or worried about to your kids.
It's really hard.
And it's really hard. And it's just,
really
it's
hard.
So, like things like bad storms.
You don't like
I really don't like bad storms, and I get worked up. And it's like, I never have. Yet again, guys, I have a fair reason for it. I've been caught in tornadoes. I've had a tree fall through my house when I was young, and because of a tornado. So there's like real fear rooted there.
Right. Yeah.
I already know that I've like
I know.
transferred that down. Piper doesn't seem that worried about it. Henry, very worried.
I know.
He'll be like, is there going to be a tornado tonight? And I'm like, God, I sure hope not. I
I
really sure
know.
hope not. Spiders, strangers.
I know.
Snakes.
I agree with you. I agree with you. It's really hard as a parent. I think this is what they mean when they say like children are your mirrors. I never really understood that because, yeah, I remember going to the zoo when Isla was 3 and a bee almost stung me. And that was my childhood fear. And I acted like a 3-year-old when that bee came near me. Isla didn't know bees were scary at that time.
Right.
This child now, I've
knows.
ruined it for her. Yeah, now so I agree, but I think it's good for them to see us like in those moments stress and power through it and get through it. But like, I'm going to be overwhelmed by lice and I'm kind of going to act like a crazy person. And they're just going to have to see mom do that for a little bit and know that we got through it. But like, I don't know how I could have I'm not going to be psycho now of like this guy was telling me like some people literally will pay like him to come when they come home from camp and they won't even let their kids in the house. They do it on the street to make sure they don't break. So like, I get that there's more level of anxiety with it, but like, I don't know. I couldn't have really been less overwhelmed by all of the poison ivy, you know. It was a lot.
Gosh. Well, I'm proud of you. You're amazing. I think summer's only uphill from here. So that's what I'm going to say.
We're done with camp and Isla goes on Sunday and we go to Indiana. We're going to Florida in a couple weeks. We have like 4 days where
we're doing a little girls trip.
We're doing a girls trip with you. There is a lot, but this one really got this like first 4 weeks was like a bit of a doozy.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well,
do you have anything?
I have nothing to share. That was plenty. But one thing I told you right before we started, I have been meaning for weeks to say something that I'm loving.
Great.
It's a great parenting thing. It's a great gifting thing. And it's really come full circle. So anyways, I don't know if anyone has ever done those like personalized books that you can have made. So there is a company.
For your kids, like your pictures? Yes. I want
to
do this.
No. It's called Wonderbly, is at least the one that I have used previously. But they have all these different stories, story arcs, whatnot.
I know one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. That you can insert their names. And here's the interesting thing that I'm going to say. I think I've gotten them for kids too young. Like we were gifted one when Henry was a baby, and it's still one of my favorite ones to read to him, but he was never that into it.
Yes, agreed.
And Piper, I got one like 2 years ago because I felt like she needed one because we had 2 for Henry. But this magical age right now, they love reading them because it's these like fun little fairy tales about, the ones that I have is like the little girl who lost her name.
Yeah.
Or, like things like that. And it all ties to their name at the end and their names in the book. And it's just so fun every single time to read. And so I was just going to say, we'll link it. I just think it's a great gift and it would, for you to give to your kid or you to give to someone else. But I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget to say it.
We only have one and it's from you.
I know.
But I agree with you. I think you got it for Isla's like first birthday. So
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So what are you doing for yourself? Anything?
You know what? Actually, I am. I'm excited about this. Friends coming in town and our little kids are going to get on that bus together and go to that camp. And so I wanted to go just with Isla. Like I think in a year or 2, I'll take Ruby and Finley to send her off. But
yeah,
I just know my girls and they can sense when they're not getting the attention and then they can cry. And the last thing I want to do is be sending Isla off to sleepaway camp and like Ruby pulling a fast one on me and like crying and screaming. Like I've been there at doctor's appointments and I don't know.
It's not her time. Sorry, Ruby.
It's not her time. And I want Kyle to be there. Even Kyle yesterday, we went to dinner. He came home and he was like, I'm really emotional about Isla going. Like he's like, I think it's like just so new to us. So anyway, all to say, my friend and her husband are dropping him off and Kyle and I are going to go. And I have Gabby coming to babysit the girls and the parents, the 4 of us are going to have like a Sunday fun day in Manhattan, which we never get to do. So yeah, I am actually looking forward to that because I feel like I'm a little on edge with her going. Like,
oh my That'll be a great way to like ease into it.
Yeah, like I don't have to just come home and be like parenting. I get like
Sad.
4 or 5 hours, like maybe grab dinner or grab lunch, walk Central Park, and just be like,
get a nice cocktail or something.
Yeah, be free with a friend in Manhattan, which I don't do very often. So I'm excited about that.
Well, guys, hope that was everything you wanted and more for your Tuesday.
You're welcome. And like I said, everyone was like, at least you get content for the pod. Even my sister was like, oh, you recording about lice? I'm like, gosh darn it.
Yeah, it's an SOS session.
I sure am.
Oh
Thanks for listening.
Right. Thanks,
send
guys.
to anybody you know. We ask you guys to send this all the time and you're doing it and thank you. But maybe send to somebody you know who's also been traumatized by lice and they can get a giggle.
Giggle or a cry, whichever one you prefer. Bye.
Okay, bye.